For those who are born with the Rooster Zodiac, well, year 2026 brings you huge loads amount of opportunity because you have the ultimate relationship star and also plenty amount of helpful nobleman star, which is going to support you in your upcoming journey. But afraid there are certain issues that may be holding you back, such as due to the karmic ties or past issue that you have been, swept under the carpet. Apparently, this year you need to confront it and get rid of it once and for all so that you can further advance yourself to the whole new chapter in your life. So let us discover what are the auspicious star and also the inauspicious star which is affecting the Rooster Zodiac. So let us get started with the inauspicious star because apparently this year the Rooster Zodiac need to solve a lot of technical issue in regards to the past entanglement or any technical environment issue. First of all, you have the Great Assembly star, which signifies unexpected events, accidents, havoc in the workspace. So therefore, this star may means that there could be sort of like certain emergency issue happen in the office. If you are working in certain manufacturing plant, a factory, that may cause certain emergency that could going to hold a lot of operations, then everyone have to pay attention in terms of their safety protections mechanism. So therefore, these are the potential issue that may happen in your workspace. And next one is the piercing rope. This starts sort of like, you're feeling being tied down by certain obligations, certain commitment, or it could be, certain bureaucracy red tapes. Basically, you are being tied down to prevent you from being advancing further. So therefore, this time it means that you may be facing a lot of pressure. You wanted to make certain changes. Somehow you are bound to fulfill certain requirements before you are able to proceed. Okay. Next one is the hook spirit. The hook spirit is sort of like a past connections is holding you back. So some people will call it sort of like a past karmic entanglement. But in modern days, this will also represent certain issue that happened in the past that you have yet to resolve. So therefore, this star call you to resolve all the stuff that you have been swept under the carpet, all the stuff that you have been, shy to attend it, to confront it. Apparently, this year, you need to resolve all the past issue that has been suppressing you, holding your success, especially if you have certain limited belief or certain trauma during your childhood. And this may also direct or indirectly affect your trust and belief system that your self-value are equally to what you can achieve. So therefore, this year may require you to confront and solve this issue once and for all. And next is the sixth calamity. Well, the sixth calamity it basically represents 6 different types of adversity, which may means that you are easily stuck in certain circumstances, situations. Maybe you are stuck in certain wreckages of a factory, for example. You are stuck in certain tough terrain or situations. So therefore, this may mean that you are basically being tied down and you are stuck with tackling and handling all this, disruptive kind of environment, which may give you a lot of stress, make you feel uncomfortable. So therefore, based on all these negative stars combined, it will show that you are easily prone to stuck and feeling tied down with a lot of environment factors. And worst part is more related to how you psychologically perceive all this problem, because sometimes all this issue comes to remind you that perhaps it's time for you to upgrade your safety mechanism, your safety measure, how you can increase the safety environment so that everyone can work with less worry. It's going to help them to be able to perform. But you yourself need to be able to move on to overcome all these issues. So therefore, take this opportunity to reflect what kind of environment you have created in the past or you have been living in the past that holding you from being accelerate your growth. So therefore, this is something that you may consider to ponder upon. But afraid not, because this year you have plenty amount of helpful nobleman stars. So first of all, it's a heavenly Yi nobleman. This is one of the ultimate powerful helpful nobleman star, which brings you someone who can assist you, help you to get things sorted out. But you need to be willing to open up yourself to accept brand new ideas, because this star comes from your ability to learn, to confront the problem, to proactively figure out a way to resolve all this issue instead of trying to run away from it. So therefore, this year, be ready to embark a brand new journey to resolve all these past lingering issue. It's time for you to close this chapter once and for all so that you can earn the freedom, the liberty that you can design and develop your future goal. Okay, next one is the moon. The moon sort of like a feminine nobleman who are more, could be feminine, could be female figures, someone who appear during the night, for example, because this is more the subtle, unconventional, helpful nobleman who can provide insights, who could provide you some mindset shifting, able to tweak your belief system, how you perceive problem. So for entrepreneurs or business owners, well, this star may help you to see certain market gap, for example, or seeing certain hidden opportunity that other people are not addressing it. So therefore, this star can be very powerful, but you need to be aware that, when some people are giving you certain hints, certain brainstorming your ideas, or asking you certain intriguing questions, you have to take advantage of how to brainstorm and perceive new ideas and all these inspirations coming from all these unconventional helpful noblemen. Next one is the sky gracious. Well, this star basically is ability to attract helpful people who are supporting of you, especially you are eagerly to learn, you are pursuing certain new accreditations, academic, you are willing to learn how to overcome your past karmic issue. Well, this star may help you to increase your ability to attract the right help. Maybe you are studying certain new courses, somehow your senior who have been through the same experience you're going through, so they may be able to shed their light to help you to overcome your issues so that you will be able to set yourself free. So therefore, this kind of opportunity is very powerful, especially if you're willing to go out to learn some new skill set. Okay, so next one is the Taiji nobleman. Taiji nobleman is sort of like an unconventional, helpful nobleman. It could be from the perspective of Chinese metaphysics, certain unconventional study like spiritual therapies, healers. So therefore, this star could bring that unconventional, helpful nobleman could help you to solve all your past lingering issue. Maybe you need to learn something beyond what kind of knowledge that you already learned in the school or university. Maybe it's time for you to pursue certain unorthodox or unconventional studies like all these religious, spiritual, to help you to relieve yourself from all this karmic entanglement. So it will help you to learn and overcome all this life lesson to make you become better. So therefore, if you're looking for spiritual healers, therapists, consultants, well, this is a powerful star which can support you in this journey. And next one is the ultimate relationship star known as the red matchmaker. This is basically a star of positive development in terms of your romantic life. Like if you're single, maybe you have the opportunity to meet someone where you can develop for long term. And for those who are already in a relationship, well, this star may signify opportunity to get married. It's time for you the both of you to move the next level in your life. And for those who are already already married, well, maybe it's time for you to consider, welcoming a brand new members in your life, like conceiving a babies. So therefore, this star brings you positive development in terms of your personal relationship aspect. And next one is the rest god. The rest god sort of like a star to help you to heal, to basically rejuvenate and to help you to relieve. So that's why this star is quite powerful, especially when it's combined together with the moon nobleman, Taiji nobleman. So when all these stars combine, it signifies you may be able to find spiritual healers, energy healers, someone who can help you to fine-tune your physical energy or your frequency to help you to shift your own vibrations energy so that you are able to let go and forgive yourself over all this past karmic entanglement. So it's time for you to consider looking for alternative healing mechanisms to help you to rejuvenate your overall well-being. So therefore, overall, all this auspicious star is sufficient to help you to resolve all this so-called the hook spirit, like the karmic entanglement. Sometimes karmic entanglement will here to remind you over something. It's time for you to confront, because right now you have sufficient support. You have sufficient helpful noblemen who can teach you to become wiser, how you can shift your belief system or how you perceive the so-called trauma happened in the past. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise, but somehow we just interpret all this issue differently. So therefore, this year for the Rooster Zodiac is highly auspicious and beneficial for you to close all the past chapter. It's time for you to invoke and start a brand new one, especially when we talk about relationship, when we talk about how you can build a better version of yourself, how you can become better, wiser. So therefore, this is a powerful star for the Rooster Zodiac for you to embrace all this auspicious energy to thrive in the year of 2026. And next, let us talk about where the Rooster Zodiac appear in your Chinese astrology chart, because you may have up to 4 different zodiac appear in your year, month, day, and hour pillar. So therefore, let us discover where is the Rooster Zodiac appear in your destiny chart. So first of all, let's talk about the year pillar. The year pillar represent your social external connections, your general overview, your general outlook, your friends, peers, basically the most external part of your life. So all the stuff that I already mentioned just now will happen in terms of your social circles. Therefore, maybe this year you have opportunity to meet helpful noblemen who can introduce you certain spiritual or the tarot card reading or crystal healing. So all this opportunity will come in your circles, but what you are going to do with it is your decisions, is the outcome that created by your conscious decision making. And there'll be a lot of celebrations, like someone getting married, someone suddenly fall in love. So therefore, you'll be surrounded yourself with all these lovey-dovey vibes of the year 2026. But of course, there are certain unconventional noblemen like the moon, the Taiji nobleman, maybe some figure who are more feminine. I'm not saying just female, it could be represent a guy who are more feminine, and somehow they're able to shed some light, some new ideas that can help you to learn and gain a better insights to help you to improve your own mindset as well. You just need to pay attention in terms of all this great assembly, the hook spirit. Basically, it means that either you could be stuck in certain rough terrain, like if you're stuck in war zone, if you're stuck in natural disaster area, or basically just try to avoid all these high risk activities area, that may reduce the risk of being stuck with all these emergency call. Okay, and the hook spirit may means that you may be suddenly reconnect with past connections that you have been trying to run away, some issue or some unhappy or sadness events in the past, and you somehow abandon that group of people. Somehow all these people somehow just appear this year. So therefore, having all these auspicious helpful noblemen would able to help you to harmonize all this negative influence or how you feel with all this past connection as well. Okay, next, let us talk about the month pillar. The month pillar governs your career, business, or basically the activities that you do in generating wealth as well. So therefore, having the Rooster Zodiac in the month pillar may means that in terms of career professionals, it will bring you opportunity to gain certain career growth, being promoted, and plus there are a lot of helpful peers or your superior somehow able to help you, to guide you, to help you to take on higher new responsibility. And plus this year in terms of workspace, you do need to prioritize work safety measure like backup, no longer rely on the same channel or same solution provider. Maybe this year you need to sort out or seek for alternative solution provider to help you to increase the safety precautions and protections in your workspace. And for business owners, well, having a lot of helpful noblemen may means that this year you have a lot of people who are willing to support you, to coach you, to guide you. So therefore, this is a great year for you to ask for help, ask for inspirations, gaining support. So all these opportunities always around here. And of course, you have the moon nobleman, which is highly supportive for entrepreneurs, for example, where you may be gaining certain insights. Maybe someone will complaining, somehow you can hear and what they are complaining about, and it happens that the market are not tapping and solving this kind of niche products or this kind of niche market, and somehow you happen to notice and you have somehow able to monetize on top of it, then that will be highly beneficial as well, right? So therefore, this year, in terms of business owners, you do need to resolve past lingering issues such as past debtors, debt-tees, people who you have owed, or maybe there are past connections that you may have offended certain group of people and somehow you may need to meet them, or maybe you need their service. Maybe you have offended someone in the past, you don't like them because of certain issue, but somehow they are becoming the helpful nobleman. Maybe they are being the new solution provider that you are looking for the alternative for. Somehow you need to figure out a way how you can harmonize all this feeling of discomfort, that feeling of a little bit sourly feel. So therefore, this is something that you need to figure out how to relieve and resolve all this uncomfortable past connection. Okay, next one is the day pillar. The day pillar governs your personal growth or your personal relationship. So therefore, for those who are single, well, congratulations, you have the red matchmaker star, which means that you may be able to meet someone who you can develop for the long term. For those who are already in a relationship, maybe it's time for you to move on to the next level. And for those who are already married, well, welcoming a brand new members into the family could be something you can consider. But of course, the hook spirit may also means that maybe you need to resolve some issue related to your past, to your ex connections. Maybe there are certain issue that you need to confront, you need to resolve it once and for all, so that you can set yourself free. Because sometimes we could be energetically binded or bogged down by all this past commitment. For example, I have certain cases like some people, they believe that once they divorce, they no longer deserve the brand new love. They don't feel that they deserve to be loved anymore. Sometimes this is just a feeling, and this kind of traumatic feeling could hinder your ability to start a brand new chapter. So of course, this one can be solved by looking for healers, therapists, help you to rewire how you perceive, help you to shift your mindset so that you can set yourself free to create a brand new reality for yourself. Okay? And next is the Owl pillar. The Owl pillar represents your investment, children, things that deeply important, very private and personalized to you. It could also represent your life path directions, your mindset. So therefore, having the Rooster Zodiac means that this year, for investment aspect, somehow you will be able to, attract the right advisor who can bring you some advice, help you to give you certain tips. Maybe they can lead you to have a better insights how you can restructure and further improve your investment and your asset collections as well. So therefore, this year, be open to be receptive to learn and be coachable, but don't just rely on hearsay. You also need to do your due diligence to research, to figure things out, to get all the facts right before you commit anything in related to the investment aspect. Because this year, the Zodiac still forms the oppressed Tai Sui on the Rooster Zodiac. So therefore, there are still some minor clashes which may here, basically those energy are here to help you to restructure, remodel how you perceive your financial or your investment plan. And for children's, well, basically it may means that your children somehow they have a lot of helpful noblemen. Maybe your sons, your daughters, teachers, somehow they're able to share some insights to help you to strengthen the bonding between you and your children. And for team leaders or business owners, this pillar may represent your staff. Well, basically means that your staff this year are more helpful, so you need to leverage on their talent, their contributions, their servitude, how you can acknowledge and give them the appraisal and give them the authority, where you can delegate your authority and allow them to help you so that you can move on to do a more important task. Okay, and in terms of mindset, you have the Taiji nobleman star and also the moon nobleman star. So therefore, all this will suggest that there are opportunity to seek for higher wisdom. Is perhaps you wanted to go for certain pilgrimage excursions to help you to detox and clear yourself, because you also have the rest god star, which is highly promoting in terms of relieving yourself with, against all this emotional stress. Okay, so therefore, overall, those are the Rooster Zodiac in terms of where they are located in your Bazi destiny. And in terms of strategic timing, you have to be aware that the Rooster Zodiac, your best friend is the Dragon Zodiac, and the Dragon Zodiac in year 2026 have a lot of powerful relief star, where they are easily help you to relieve yourself out of all this emotional turmoil. Maybe they are able to introduce someone who can, the right teacher, the right spiritual leaders who can help you to solve your issue. Perhaps you are looking for someone who can help you to overcome all these challenges or confront your inner work, your shadow work. Well, apparently the Dragon Zodiac could be one of the helpful person that you can look for. And next is the Snake Zodiac. Well, the Snake Zodiac, despite they already retired away from being the Grand Duke, apparently in year 2026, the Snake Zodiac is still thriving. So therefore, you can leverage on their powerful connections, because last year they have been building a lot of solid, powerful allies and connection. Maybe if you're looking for certain healers, therapists, or consultant, well, the Snake Zodiac may still have all this connection. Okay, and of course, you have the tree harmony with the Ox Zodiac as well, which means that the Ox Zodiac in year 2026, they are building their own reputations. They are basically building their own empire, because this year they have two powerful auspicious stars known as the Dragon Virtue and also the Emperor Star, which may signify they are also surrounded by a lot of helpful noblemen. So therefore, in year 2026, your circles of friends, they are already surrounded with abundant amount of helpful people who can help you as well to solve all your issues. So therefore, do pay attention all these auspicious months such as January, April, May. These are the months that you have to be aggressive, go out to build all this network, look for helpful therapies, and of course take note over the month of June, March, October, and December, because this month slightly more, a little bit of grieving, a lot of uncomfortable emotions is going to be affecting you emotionally. So therefore, those are the potential issues which may affect you and give you a little bit of slow down, tighten down with all this emotional turmoil. But nevertheless, you have a lot of auspicious supportive star which can help you to level up yourself. And if you still uncertain, you are seeking for additional solutions, perhaps you can schedule a consultation session with me to help you to discover your own personal chart, to find out what kind of life lesson in terms of your spiritual, your skill set, your career growth, or are you even suitable to start your own business? If yes, how do you overcome it? What kind of resources or leverage that you need to gain before you kickstart your project? And of course, also your personal feng shui energy map to help you to gain the extra advantage boost from the environment energy. Okay, and for those who are more curious, wanted to learn more about all this Chinese astrology, well, perhaps you can consider to join our annual Chinese astrology workshop known as the Hack My 2026, organized together with my friends Pauline Cheng and Charmaine Ho, where the three of us will be sharing huge amount of insights in terms of using multi-layer of Chinese metaphysics, such as your destiny chart, feng shui, spiritual, unconventional, and strategy, and of course with tarot card and Yi Jing as well. So therefore, don't miss out this kind of workshop that you've been desired to help you in crafting your battle plan for the year of 2026. So that's all the information that I would love to share with you. If you love what I've shared, please do like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon so that you can receive all the latest notifications. And plus, do visit my website as well, because some of the contents that I can't manage to squeeze everything into this video, you may be able to find the additional information in my website. So therefore, that's all from me, John of Lee. I would love to see you all in the next video, and I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy, prosperous, and wonderful year of the Fire Horse.